All right, if you got a MDT Oryx chassis for the Ruger American, this is the video I wish someone would have uploaded for me yesterday, because if you ever have to get to the action bolts, it is a total pain in the dick. And I was warned that because this is a used one I got. Long story short, it was not grouping. So we decided to tear it apart, check the torque, and after 200 shots, you should readjust the torque, which I'm not looking forward to that. But hopefully, this trick makes life 100 times easier. Because the biggest, I don't think it's with any of the other MDT chassis, but it's probably hard to see here. That torque screw is, see if I can get it in the camera, it's under here. So there's no way to get a torque wrench in there without removing the mag release. And of course, it's got a spring to make things way more difficult. So removing it's easy. You just take a punch and knock that pin out and make sure the spring doesn't go flying. Look at the orientation of the spring, but it's pretty easy to figure out. The short kind of loop faces against the back of this and upwards, I believe. Yeah. And I had a friend helping me at work yesterday on the range for about an hour and a half trying to get this thing back in, and we were just like, what the hell? This is the dumbest design. And looked up online. Only thing I could find was a forum saying, like, cut a piece of Q-tip that fits right in there, so you can slide that in and then use the pin it'll line it up and use the pin to put it in. Problem is, we did have Q-tips, but they were the ones with like the plastic tube, so it was the right diameter. And it seemed like it was going to work. It holds the spring in place to get it lined up, but the end was kind of like bending or flaring out, and it was just a nightmare. I was ready to the point where it's like, I'm going to just lock tight those action bolts in and never have to dick around with this again. So I took it home, and what I ended up doing is I measured that bolt, the retaining pin. It's about 3 mil in diameter. So I found as close as I could. This was a piece of coat hanger. Just cut it right to the width that'll fit into the mag well and hold everything in place. And is a little bit loose. So what I did is I got a glob of Vaseline just to kind of secure it in there. Held it in place. And then I put the back side of this on a wooden board so it doesn't go flying out on the first tap. And it worked like a charm on the first try. That holds it in place. You just take a nice soft mallet and get that pin back in, and now I'm back in business. If I would have known that, it would have saved me like an hour and a half of work in 100-degree weather yesterday on the range. So that is like the biggest flaw in this chassis. Other than that, the chassis is awesome. I have another Ruger American in 308, and it's the stock, the original stock on it. And it's nice. It's really light for hunting, but it's too light and it's too flimsy. So this, when it was shooting well, it was grouping. It's so much more comfortable to shoot. And long story short, after we tore everything apart, retorqued the rail, retorqued the chassis, tried everything, it turned out that we took a camera and put it down the barrel, and the thing is just gunked up with carbon in the chamber, in the throat, and the barrel. So now I'm going to get some good old boar's head, Vortec, carbon remover, and I'm going to be scrubbing away. And this stuff is awesome. Just if you use it, don't leave it on the metal for it's really aggressive. So don't leave it on there for more than like 15, 20 minutes. There was someone that came into my work that did that and left it overnight, and it totally pitted up the barrel. The guys helped me with this, was able to fix that, but yeah, you want to be careful with that. So I'm going to run this carbon remover through there, scrubbing, patching, and then go to the copper remover. And yeah, that's going to be quite a bit of scrubbing. And I wish I would have done that before I put the chassis back on. It would have been easier, but it's okay. I do not really look forward to messing around with this again, but that trick seemed to make it 100 times easier. And for the record, I should have said this at the beginning, of course, the gun is unloaded, the bolt is removed, the magazine's out, but now I can show you empty magazine. no problem. It's in there, works like it should. So, a few more headaches with this gun to deal with. Another problem I had was the person had like a, what was it called? I can't remember the brand name, but a thread adapter. Because this is all, it's an American gun and the chassis, so they don't use the metric system. So I had to get a thread adapter for the house skin suppressor. And the adapter he put on before, it has in the front, there's a big hex shape to use a Allen wrench. And the guy cranked it on so it compressed the back of the threads. And I had to get an adapter for the house skin suppressor. And when I was trying to screw that on, it only went halfway on. And I looked closer and the threads were damaged. So we were able to fix that. And that was a big headache too. But got that fixed, got the suppressor working, tried it, taking it off. But yeah, it was shooting okay. It would shoot a couple shots okay, but then it'd just be like making no sense, just looking like a shotgun pattern. So that's definitely now, after troubleshooting, it's just got to be scrubbed and get all that carbon out of there. After that, everything should be just fine, hopefully, because I am dying to get this all set up and go wild boar hunting, and it's also roebuck season, so yeah. Thanks for watching. Like I said, I wish someone had posted this video before, because I was ready to, I don't know, I was like, this is impossible almost. It was so frustrating trying to get that damn mag release back in, and unfortunately there's no way around it. It's just I guess maybe a design flaw, or I don't know. I wish there was another way around that, because that really sucks. And as far as I know, it's only the MDT Oryx chassis for the Ruger American that has an issue. So you could find videos on everything else, different MDT chassis Oryx for different rifles, but I didn't find one particularly on the Ruger American. So I figured I'd be a nice guy and post this for you, anyone that's struggling with it. So if it helped you, please let me know. Give a thumbs up, give a like, whatever. Till next time.